When we are unsure of something, Google it is often a phrase that comes to our minds. Whether it be help with unfamiliar technology or advice related to a decision on something, we often find ourselves Googling for answers. Since its inception on September 15, 1997, Google has helped billions of people find answers to unanswered questions. Every second, Google receives more than 63,000 searches, 3.8 million searches per minute, 228 million searches per hour, and 5.6 billion searches per day. But sometimes, finding an answer on Google can turn out to be a difficult task. For that exact reason, we have gathered information on some of the questions that you have always wanted to know. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Why do we look better in mirrors, but not in photographs? People see themselves in a specific way while using a mirror, and when they see themselves in a photograph, they can be unsatisfied. So why do we see disparity in mirrors and in photographs? The reason is simple. When we take a picture, the convex curvature of the lens can distort the image, which changes the way we look. So if the picture is taken with a wide-angle lens, it means that the lens will create a subtle effect called wide-angle distortion. When it comes to mirrors, they are equally guilty. Mirrors flip the image, and we often become used to that view. However, for others, we look completely different, because unlike mirrors, the real world does not invert the view. Where does toilet waste go on a plane? Airplane bathrooms can be extremely loud, and the sound of the suction can give the appearance that the waste is being emptied into the atmosphere. However, this is not the case, as the waste is actually transferred into a holding tank. According to Gizmodo, pressing the flush button opens a valve in the bottom of the bowl, exposing the contents to a pneumatic vacuum. The vacuum pulls the waste into a 200-gallon holding tank, where it remains for the entire duration of the flight. Once the aircraft lands, the ground crew will empty the tank and dispose of it properly. Why do birds fly in a V formation? According to scientists, the technique is to conserve energy and to keep track of all the birds in the group. Each bird flies slightly above the bird in front of him, which reduces the wind resistance. Every bird takes turns flying in the front, and when they get tired, they move back in the formation. This technique allows them to travel for hundreds of miles before needing to land and rest. Why do lawns have a distinctive smell when we mow them? The smell of freshly cut grass is pleasing for some during the summer months. Of course, having a clean yard is important, but have you ever wondered what causes that fresh cut grass smell? It's actually a chemical defense that also provides first aid to the plants. When the lawnmower trims the grass, the plants release airborne chemical compounds that save them from the trauma. The volatile organic compounds, called green leaf volatiles, are released during the process, which helps the plants heal at a faster rate. Why does a candle produce no smoke when it's burning, but lots of smoke once it's extinguished? When the wick is ignited, the wax around the wick starts melting and is absorbed by the wick, which is evaporated by the flame to produce light and heat. In a case where the flame is extinguished, the candle can produce lots of smoke for a brief period of time. Interestingly enough, the smoke we see during this period is not smoke at all, but vaporized paraffin wax. Even though the flame has been extinguished, the wick has enough heat to vaporize the wax. However, the heat is not sufficient enough to vaporize it properly, which causes the wax to condense when it comes in contact with the colder air surrounding the candle. This is what we see as smoke after a candle is extinguished. Why do we close our eyes when we eat anything sour? It's common for us to scrunch our face when we bite on something sour, especially a lemon. So why do we all have this unusual yet natural reaction? The reason is because sour foods contain a lot of acid. When such foods touch our tongues, it sends a signal to our brain that we're eating something extremely sour. Due to our natural instinct to protect ourselves, the brain perceives the sourness to be dangerous or something that could make us sick. Scientists believe that the squinting of eyes, wrinkling of face, and other reactions that occur when we eat sour foods could be a sign, warning others to stay away from those foods that might hurt us. Why does flying make us feel exhausted? Flying from one place to another can be extremely tiring. But why do we get tired just from sitting in one position? When we're at higher altitudes, the low humidity causes you to lose more fluids. Being at higher altitudes also causes water molecules to be passed from you into the air, which can result in low fluid levels or dehydration. Dehydrating can cause you to feel tired, so staying hydrated during the flight can help reduce that tiredness. Another factor of the exhaustion is the constant vibrations caused by the airplane's turbines. Although these vibrations are gentle, they are constant. While most people don't feel them, they can cause your muscles to move constantly and drain your energy.